There comes a moment in every woman's life when she looks back, not with regret, but with understanding. She remembers the girl she once was, the version of herself that felt lost, unsure, overwhelmed, or simply invisible. Maybe she was too quiet, always afraid to speak her truth. Maybe she was too eager to please, mistaking acceptance for love. Maybe she was strong, but didn't know it yet. We all have that version of ourselves tucked away somewhere deep within us. And as we grow older, we begin to see her differently. Not as someone to judge or forget, but as someone to protect, to nurture, to finally become the woman she needed. This video isn't about chasing perfection or becoming someone else. It's about reconnecting with the girl you once were and learning to give her the love, patience, and support she deserved all along. Because healing doesn't always come from outside. Sometimes it begins the moment we decide to show up for ourselves the way no one else ever did. Let's talk about what it truly means to become the woman you needed when you were younger, softly, gently, and with a whole lot of grace. Before we try to become anything, let's first pause and honor who we were. That girl, the younger version of you who maybe tried too hard to be liked, who laughed at jokes she didn't find funny, who stayed quiet when she should have spoken up. But she wasn't weak. She was surviving the best way she knew how. Many of us carry guilt or even shame over the choices we made when we were younger. But here's the truth. We were doing our best, whether it was people pleasing, hiding our feelings, or chasing love in the wrong places. It all came from a place of wanting to be safe, accepted, or seen. So before you rush to change yourself, just say thank you. Thank that younger version for making it through, for being resilient, keeping hope alive. Becoming the woman you needed starts with being gentle towards the girl you were, not with criticism, but with compassion. You don't have to be perfect. Let me repeat that. You don't have to be perfect to be the woman you needed. We often set impossible standards for ourselves. We think becoming her means having it all figured out, being calm all the time, never feeling insecure. But the truth is, even the most grounded women still have moments of self-doubt. Your younger self didn't need someone flawless. She needs someone real, someone who admitted when she was tired, who set boundaries, who showed up for herself even on the messy days. So let go of the pressure to be everything. Being kind, honest, and present is enough. Learning to say, I don't know, but I'm trying is enough. You are becoming her every day, not in grand gestures, but in small moments of self-respect. She's not a destination, she's a choice you make, moment by moment. Think about the way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you carry in your head throughout the day. Are they kind? Are they patient? Would you speak to a child the way you speak to yourself? Probably not. Becoming the woman you needed also means becoming your own safe place. That starts with changing your inner voice from a harsh critic to a gentle friend. Try this. Next time you mess up or feel like you are falling behind, pause and ask, what should I say to the younger me in this moment? Not to fix things, but just to offer comfort. Would you shame her? Or would you say, it's okay, you are learning, I still love you? Every kind word you say to yourself is a small healing. It's you showing up for yourself in ways nobody else could. And that's powerful. If there's one thing I wish I had learned earlier, it's this. Boundaries are not walls. They are bridges to happy relationships with others and with yourself. So many of us were raised to believe that saying no is selfish, that putting ourselves first is wrong. But the woman you needed when you were younger, she wouldn't let people walk all over her. She would know how to protect her peace. Setting boundaries isn't about being cold or distant. It's about saying, I matter too. It's about listening to your needs and trusting that they deserve space. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your energy. And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Your younger self needed someone who could say no with grace, who didn't over-explain, who knew when to step away from what didn't feel right. Becoming her now means learning to do that without guilt, without apology, just quiet strength. Rest is not laziness. Taking care of yourself is not indulgence. Joy is not a reward you earn after burnout. These are things many of us weren't taught. We grew up in environments where being busy was praised and rest was shameful. But what if we change that now? What if becoming the woman you needed means giving yourself permission to just be, to enjoy a slow morning, to take an evening walk without your phone, to laugh, play, and simply feel alive without chasing productivity. Your younger self didn't need someone constantly doing more. She needed someone who knew how to pause, who could find beauty in small moments, who understood that life isn't a race. Rest, joy, stillness, these aren't luxuries, they are essential. And when you build a life that holds space for all of them, you are not just healing yourself, you are showing other women and maybe even your own daughter or sisters that they deserve this too. There's something deeply powerful about trying again. Whether it's love, career path, a dream you put on hold, it takes courage to believe that new beginnings are still possible. And it's easy to forget that when life has knocked you down a few times. Your younger self might have felt discouraged. Maybe she gave up on things too quickly. Or maybe she clung to what wasn't meant for her out of fear. I clung to a relationship that was never mine. I stayed in the relationship for 12 years knowing deep down that it wasn't for me. And I know that my younger self needed someone to show her that resilience isn't loud. It's gentle and quiet and deeply personal. Becoming her means being brave now, not fearless, but willing. Willing to heal, willing to hope again. Try again, not for perfection, but for growth, for joy, for your own becoming. She's still inside you, and she's still waiting to bloom. We all carry something, regrets, unanswered questions, wounds that never got the apology they deserve. But peace isn't about getting closure from others, it's about giving yourself the closure you needed. Your younger self might have been waiting for someone to say sorry, to validate her pain, or to finally make it all make sense. But what if you stop waiting and start accepting, not in a bitter way, but in a freeing, soft way? You don't have to pretend that past didn't hurt, but you can choose to stop carrying its weight every day. Write a letter, talk to her out loud, let her cry, laugh, rage, and then hold her close. Because healing isn't about forgetting, it's about remembering from a place of love. Choosing yourself is not a one-time thing, it's a daily practice. It's the small choices, what you say yes to and what you walk away from, how you speak to yourself when no one's watching. Some days, choosing yourself might mean rest. Other days, it might mean a hard conversation. Sometimes it's just about saying, I am enough today, even if nothing's perfect. Your younger self needed someone who believed in her, even when she didn't have proof she was going to make it. You can be that someone now. And when you choose yourself, fully, gently, and without conditions, you are not being selfish. You are showing her that she always mattered, that she was never too much, never too broken, never too late. You are already becoming her. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, every time you rest, every time you choose peace over chaos, every time you walk away from what no longer serves you. The woman you needed when you were younger doesn't have to be perfect. She has to be present, real, honest, and most of all, loving. So if today feels hard or messy, or like you are still far away from who you want to be, pause, breathe, place a hand on your heart. You have already come so far, and the girl you once were, she'd be proud. This journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning to yourself with more wisdom, more grace, and more love than ever before. Thank you for spending this time with me. And before you go, I want to ask you something. Who was the woman you needed when you were younger? And in what ways can you show up for yourself now in her spirit? Let's talk in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep glowing.